And that breaking news takes us to Brevard County. A judge just declared a mistrial in the case against a West Melbourne mother charged in her 3-year-old son's murder.
And Christina Erica Dotson was facing the death penalty in this case. Let's get right out to West 2 Brevard County reporter Megan Moriarty to break down what happened. Megan?
A judge ruled that prosecutors withheld key evidence and testimony from the defense, something that does warrant a mistrial. In a police interview back when Joshua Manns was arrested, Joshua Manns is the co-defendant in this case and Dotson's former boyfriend. During his interview with police, he made some serious allegations against Dotson, giving specific examples of her allegedly abusing her son, Jamison. And yesterday, the prosecutors used that testimony when they were asking their questions to Dotson, something that the defense said that they never had access to. Dotson took the stand yesterday late afternoon. She was on there for 2 hours. Prosecutors asked very specific questions about Jamison's broken leg, asking if she remembers grabbing his leg and hearing it crack. They also asked why she used needles to, quote, relieve pressure from swelling on his head. Dotson denied both of those claims, but those specific examples came from an interview with Manns. The defense says it never had access to Manns' testimony ahead of time and ultimately would have argued this case differently if they had, adding that they might not have even had Dotson take the stand. Here's what the judge had to say before declaring that mistrial.
The state willfully failed to provide defense with the copy of the recorded proffer of the co-defendant. The court's going to find that it was a substantial violation, and the court's going to find that defense was prejudiced by the state withholding the co-defendant's statements, primarily because the state used that proffer and those statements by Mr. Manns against the defendant in this case on cross-examination.
And neither the defense team or the prosecutors wanted to give comment on the judge's ruling. Now, Dotson was taken back into custody, and we will be back in court tomorrow morning to find out where it goes from here. Ahead on West 2 at 4, we are going to break down the testimony from yesterday, the questions that prosecutors asked Dotson. You'll hear those, and you'll hear why the judge says that those questions were not allowed without the defense knowing about them ahead of time. We'll break that down coming up. Covering Brevard County live in Viera, Megan Moriarty, West 2 News.